Welcome back, 9:13 on your Tuesday morning. A grassroots effort to keep kids from owning their own cell phones too early in life has just hit a major milestone. The Wait Until 8th campaign recently marked 60,000 pledges from parents nationwide. And joining me this morning to tell us about this campaign is local organizer Mark Suhu from North Suburban Wilmette. Mark, good morning. Thanks for being on the program. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. Back to school is such a critical time for this.
It is. There's probably a lot of kids being like, hey, when I go back to my next grade, I want to have that cell phone. Sure. Okay, so I want to ask you this. What stage in parenthood are you seeing most parents take this pledge?
Well, it's really important for you to think about it. It's actually sooner than you would think. So as kids start going back to school, you can take the pledge as soon as you have a rising kindergartner. And it's shocking how early some kids start to see these questions start to come up. And a lot of parents good-naturedly think, well, I need to be able to stay in touch, my child's going to school, things like that. But the sooner that you start thinking about it as a parent, the less pressure there's going to be on you down the road.
Absolutely. Okay, let me talk more about this milestone, 60,000 signatures. How long did it take to get to that milestone, and is this thing picking up steam?
Absolutely, it's picking up steam. I mean, even in our town of Wilmette, we've seen a 5x increase over the past year, especially since Jonathan Haidt's book, The Anxious Generation, came out in March. A lot of really sobering statistics about the negative mental health impacts of smartphones on kids. And I think more parents are seeing that there's a collective action problem that needs a collective action solution.
Okay, and so the solution here is basically parents take this pledge to wait till 8th grade to get their kids a cell phone. Once they take the pledge, what happens after that?
Yeah, the pledge is very simple. It's to wait until at least the end of 8th grade to get your child a smartphone. And after that, once 10 parents have signed in your kid's school or grade, they have an opportunity to connect with one another. And I think that's a really important part of the pledge. Is the number one thing we hear from people is, I don't want my child to be left out. But we do want them to be left out of bullying. We want them to be left out of the negative body issues, and we want them to be left out of the negative mental health impacts of smartphones on our kids. And so that's where joining together with the pledge has such power.
Absolutely. Okay, so talk about why 8th grade as opposed to later or earlier. Why is 8th the sweet spot?
Yeah, it's the end of 8th grade, and so we think as they mature into high school, that's really important. I think all the studies show that as children are in elementary school or middle school, that's a really critical time for their development and a really critical time for a lot of the things that you and I might remember from our own childhoods, that's only accelerated with social media and smartphones. And that's why it's really important that we delay as long as possible.
How do parents sign up? If they want to get on this, if their kid is clamoring to get a cell phone and they're in 7th grade and they want, hey, this gives us, as parents, this gives us the language to say, hey, no, how do parents sign up?
It's really simple. Go to waituntil8th.org. You put in your child's school and grade level, and you'll be connected once 10 other parents sign the pledge. And it's very, very simple to do at waituntil8th.org. There's also lots of great smartphone alternatives. This is just for smartphones only. So you can still find ways to get your kid a smartwatch, a flip phone, other devices that can still get in touch with your child and solve a lot of the needs without a smartphone.
Just calling and texting, right?
Calling and texting. Yeah,
those basic things.
Even something as simple as an AirTag allows you to track your child's location.
Absolutely.
Which is what many parents solve for with a smartphone.
Okay.
So we encourage you to think about it at waituntil8th.org.
We are out of time, but I want to let you and everyone know I signed the pledge this morning.
Thank you so much.
For my son Theo. I signed it this morning.
Great.
What is your advice for me in terms of next steps, getting the word out to other parents?
I think the next thing to do is text 5 of your friends, and I think you'll be really surprised at how many parents say, boy, I thought I was the only one. And the more that you start to see this momentum building, I think you'll find that a lot of your friends will be interested in joining the pledge with you, which gives you all the more power for you and for your child.
I love it. Mark, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much for having me.
Really appreciate it as a parent. Awesome. Mark Suhu, everybody. And again, the website is Wait Until 8th with the number 8, waituntil8th.org to sign up.